You know what sucks? Dropping a bunch of money to get a hutch, aka work center, for your roller cabinet, something like this, the Icon 56. That's one that I've had. And you get it, and you're like, I got a ton of room for activities, but it's ridiculously dark in here. I can't see a thing. Of course, when you're standing there, you're blocking all the light sources and such. Now, I've had the Icon one. Harbor Freight recently sent us the U.S. General 72-inch in, white, as is appropriate, as all good people should have. Anyway, but it's great. I love these work centers. They're fantastic. But again, there's no light in them, and you have to get a light source. Now, probably the most affordable light center or light for one of these is Icon's light bar. Now, they don't make a U.S. General version, and everybody else who makes a hutch or something like that, it's ridiculous. Don't even think about Snap-on or something like that. For $100, compared to everyone else, it seems reasonable. But you just dropped a bunch of money. Do you really want to drop another $100? Now, I didn't really think about this, probably because Harbor Freight sent it to me. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, I was reading through the comments on a video, and somebody said, that's absolutely ridiculous. Why spend that kind of money when you can, for $20, grab yourself a set of these rechargeable LED lights? And you know what? I decided to take up that challenge. And let's see if these things do match up to the light bar. Let's check it out. Don't adjust anything. This is the Harbor Freight U.S. General hutch with the Icon light. This was simple to install, very minor setup. It's got nice diffused lighting all the way across. It's magnetic on the back. It's a nice, solid, just works kind of setup. Open the door a little bit, that magnetic sensor goes off, it turns off. That's all there is to it. Now let's see if these competitors, the $20 competitor from Amazon, how easy is this to install? Well, actually, it's even easier. You literally just put it in place, set it on motion sensing, and that's it. Now, one quick caveat that doesn't make this exactly apples to apples. As you see here, I'm installing these lights on the inside of the door, which is also where the same groove is where you're supposed to put the Icon light bar. But I found it to be too bright in many situations. I like the more diffuse lighting, so I put it on the top of the cabinet behind the door to get that bounce off the back for a more diffused lighting situation. If you move that up, it would be even brighter. But let's close the door on this. Well, first I got to turn off the Icon light. Let's close the door on this and see what's what. Here's the Amazon light. I got to say, on camera, it looks really good. Now we compare that to the Icon light. And of course, that's the standard one. I'm going to do a couple back and forth. I do have to say here with the caveat there, the iPhone I filmed this with, I think it helped the Amazon lights more than they should have gotten, because it does the auto adjust kind of thing. But here's one static image there. You can see this. The second one, there's more shadows because it's coming off that bounce on the back there. And then side by side, the Amazon lights look fantastic here. They look way better than the Icon light. But you can see, if you look at that side cabinet, you can see how much brightness actually you're getting from the Icon light. I think, honestly, the camera just overcompensated here to make it a little bit darker. But that's my take on it. All right, so what do you think? Do you think these match up to the $100 Icon light? I'll be honest, I don't think it was even close. But I'll also be honest, I think they might be good enough. Here's the reality. Now, first off, to be fair, apples to apples, as it were, the Icon has got 5 units of LEDs in that strip. Each one of them about the same size as this unit. So you're really using 5 versus 2. Again, not fair. So what if you bought 4 of these? Now, if you bought 4, you're looking at, let me pull it up again here so we can look at the price there. $22. There's a 20% off coupon, $17.50-ish. I think you're going to be in that range. Times 2, you're still way below that $100. Now, you do have the convenience of, you maintain the convenience of open it, it turns on because the motion is going to turn on. But when you close it, it's going to stay on for a while. It's not a super long time, but so you're going to be wasting some battery there, and you're going to have some light leak around your cabinet. It's not something that would keep me up at night, but I know there's people out there, you're probably one of them, who's like, I can't stand that. That's fine. I totally get it. But if you're looking for something on a budget, I can't really fault these. They were incredibly, I mean, talking about easy to install. They've got 2 magnetic ports on the back spots. They're the only spots where the magnet is. It's really closer to the outside here on them. And, but they stick up there really easy. You've got the USB charging port on the end. You've got this little dome here. That's the motion sensor. And then you've got a switch right here. That switch is motion sensing, off, and then on. So nice, easy. I mean, it's a good solid switch. It works great. And then when it's on, you've got, I think, 4 different, what's here? So dim, 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 5. So you got a lot of good light settings there where you can change it depending on what you need. Me, as I get older, I'm of course going to want that ridiculous, as bright as it can get. That's what I want. There's nothing on the other end. There's some screws in there. Now they also come with, and I left them at the other shop, sorry. They come with 4 little metal plates, and those plates are about this long. And what they do is they allow you to stick these someplace that isn't metal. So if you have someplace, a closet or something that's wood, on the back of the plates, it's peel and stick. Also, there's a hole in the middle. So if you don't want to use a peel and stick, you can screw them in, and it does come with a bag of little tiny screws, so you can screw it in. So it has everything you need to use this in almost any kind of application. It even comes with, let me see if I can grab them over here. It comes with 2 of these USB-C cables. They're not super long. I wish they were a little bit longer, but wishes were fishes and all that. So you can charge them easily. The little light shines on here. It's red when it's charging. It's green when it's charged. So if you go to use it and it's not working, just take it, you can pop it off, plug it in and charge it. This is a great kind of little light. I got to tell you, I've actually been using these a bunch as we've been moving into our new studio space because they have really nice diffuse light. And I'll grab them like this and just go around as I'm like looking in tubs and stuff and in boxes trying to see what's in there. And it's good light. It doesn't wash everything out and make you blind like like I've got my giant Olight flashlight. The light on this thing it'll kill you. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to strobe you there. At the end of the day, is this an exact replacement for the Icon $100 light? No, it's not. Am I going to be getting rid of my Icon light? No, I'm not. If you've got the money, would I recommend the Icon light? Yeah, and here's why. Because with 4 of these, which you're going to need to get the adequate same amount of lighting, there's always going to be a situation you're going to eventually work into it because they're not all going to, go out of power at the same time. So you're going to be like constantly charging one of them and playing this kind of shuffling thing, like charging this one and putting that one in. You'd pretty much have to have 5 of them. So you could always have one on the charger. As one goes out, you could put another one in. I don't want to manage them. With 2 in there, and honestly, in most, like if you're in a shop and you got light around you, behind you, with 2 of them, that might be just enough light in there to make it adequate for you. It probably would work. I think it'd probably be okay. But again, you're not going to beat the quality, the light coverage, and the convenience of the Icon. But for the price, well, that's a choice you have to make for you. Am I going to get rid of these? Oh, no. In fact, I'm planning to buy more because I've got a lot of other cabinets where down inside, it's really hard to see. Can you imagine grabbing one of like one of my 9-drawer carts and the bottom drawer and stuff like that? It's hard to see down in there. What if you took one of these, stuck it up inside underneath on the motion sensor? So as you opened it, lit underneath in the cart. I've got shelves and other places. I can think of 24 different places where I can use one of these. I think these might be my new favorite, accessory. I'm probably going to be buying a bunch more. Anyway, If you've got an other option or other kind of things you think that we should take a look at as alternatives to spending big bucks, put a link down, or put a link, you can't put a link, but put it down below. I'll go check it out. Also, if you're interested in this, in the video details down below, down there, I'll put a link to these as well. Also, while you're looking around down there, why don't you chomp the old like button for us, smash that subscribe so you don't miss any of the new content. And as always, remember, shine on.